Byron Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Cutler's Dolphins going up against Rivers' Chargers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are a little less than 20 miles from downtown Los Angeles at the StubHub Center in Carson. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number two, number three, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And we get a look now at Phillip Rivers as he and the Chargers take the field. Rivers finished second in the NFL in passing yards behind Tom Brady in 2017. Over 4,000 yards in 9 of the last 10 years. And he went over 50,000 in the final game of the 2017 season.
Not bad. Man turned 36 in December. You'd think he'd be slowing down and saying, maybe this is it. He looks to me like a guy who wants to play a long time. The enthusiasm has not waned. The performance obviously has not. And very close, he had the Chargers to making the playoffs this year.
Yeah, he was only sacked on 3% of his dropbacks this last year, fewest in the league.
That felt great. He knows how to get rid of the ball, and he's also very strong in the pocket, can shrug off a few of those tacklers as well.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And we get a quick look at the Chargers starting offense.
I have to admit, I've rather enjoyed watching Melvin Gordon's improvement as he's developed as an NFL player because it started for me in college. Every year he was in school, he would add something extra to his game. First year, he knew how to run. He wanted to add pass receiving to his game. The next year, he wanted to add pass protection to his game. Did all of that. That turned him into a first-rounder, and now a front-line NFL back.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Going underneath for Gordon. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
As we shine the spotlight on T.J. McDonald, I see him as a prototypical old-school strong safety. In the box, run enforcer, doesn't play as well in coverage, although he can do it at times, but at his best against the run game.
second down. They'll run with Gordon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. On play action, Rivers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out now come the Miami Dolphins. They get set to go on offense. You discussed their quarterback position, Charles, into the offseason. Last year, obviously, it was Jay Cutler. Many thought that's just a one-year placeholder. And Adam Gase says he envisions Ryan Tannehill being the guy next year.
I would agree with him totally, and I'd be surprised if anything else actually happened in Miami. If Ryan Tannehill is healthy, he will be the starting quarterback in 2018. They were so excited about his progress and so fired up about what possibilities existed for him in 2017 before the knee injury. Jay Cutler, you nailed it. A one-year placeholder. They did play David Fales a lot in the last game of the regular season to see what he had. But I think there will be competition for the backup job in Miami next year, but definitely not the starter.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. But expanding a little bit on Kenyon Drake, interesting year because hardly used early on. Then Jay Ajayi goes to Philly, and he took over as the Dolphins' lead back after that trade. And was never a lead back in college. He was always that accessory piece who helped him in the special teams as well. So we'll see what the Dolphins decide to do in 2018. See if they give him a little competition at that spot. And he hits Drake. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Miami Dolphins starting lineup now, and Kenyon Drake, a guy to watch. He has the ability to affect the game in so many different ways. In the return game, bringing it back himself. Also can be a gunner on the punt coverage team and did that very well at Alabama, but has the ability to run the ball out of the backfield as well as catch it. Kenyon Drake, you can use him so many different ways. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1, and he's got his man. That's Landry. Tannehill to Landry, good for a Dolphin first down. That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner. Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished. On first down, Drake. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut. And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Right back to Drake. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Spotlight time, Jason Verrett. I absolutely love this cornerback out of TCU.
He's a guy, though, that has had some injury issues throughout his career.
He has. It's been tough for him to stay on the field probably because of his stature. But when he plays most of the season, he's a Pro Bowl type of an individual. Never backs down from any challenge, no matter the size of the receiver he's covering.
Hate to see him when healthy for a full year. You're right, because he's only played in 24 games his first 3 seasons combined. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Juke, and now running right through it, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The LA Chargers taking over on offense here in a second. They won 6 of their last 7 in 2017. You mentioned earlier, just missing the playoffs. And, who would have guessed that they would have had a rebound like that, because they started 0-4.
They really channeled, the 1992 Chargers franchise. They started 0-4 and ended up 12-4 and won their division. But they came close. What a valiant run. But they ran into our producer, Ben Ramsauer's Kansas City Chiefs, in Kansas City late in the season. That one loss out of those last 7, that's the one that kept them out of the playoffs.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 2nd down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today We're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And an alley to run. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right around the 26. That good for 19 and a first down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Rivers now. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 6 yards away. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Nick Novak on now for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Novak out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Miami's offense getting ready to come back out onto the field. Take a step back, Charles. You look at the Dolphins in 2017. Look, they were 10-6 in 2016. Many people thought, wow, here we go. 2017 high hopes. They limped to a 6-10 finish, however.
Yeah, and you use the word limped, and it started with the injury to Ryan Tannehill. His knee in preseason, in camp, and then they decided to bring in Jay Cutler. That didn't work the way they expected to work at the quarterback position. Jay Ajayi was a Pro Bowl, well over 1,000-yard runner the year before. The chemistry wasn't right. He gets traded to Philadelphia midseason. And Jarvis Landry, over 100 catches this year, but yards per catch, well below 10 yards. So when you add it all together, not what they expected on the offensive side of the ball. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Second down following the incompletion. Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's third down. Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face. And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. A first down throw here for Rivers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So second and 10 here. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage. first down. Rivers. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And tough starting field position here. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Gardner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
To throw is Tannehill. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Tannehill with a hook up to Thomas for a Dolphin first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Corey Legion getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Tannehill hands to Drake, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Tannehill now on second down. The Fasano here brings it in. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Ten yards still left on second down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
On first down, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now a handoff for Drake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On second down, Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Off play action, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Rivers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Finds his target, it's Gates. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gates from 10 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Novak out now to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Tannehill on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This is Drake, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The Dolphins on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got some space here. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Play action, it's Tannehill. And some room to work. Space to run past the 20. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They'll run with Drake, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Tannehill. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Gordon on first down. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Ndamukong Suh with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Rivers now. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Now Clemens. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And some space here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Here's Tannehill now on second down. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, it's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Chargers are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Dolphins just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Third down from inside the 10. Keenan Allen making the grab in traffic. And this play will go for 6 as they take a 7-0 lead. Chargers have it midway through 1. Williams wide open on the deep pass, and he'll be tackled at the 31-yard line. Midway through the second quarter, Rivers has got the completion out of the gun, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Chargers go up by 11. Dolphins now on 3rd and 8. Tannehill's looking for room to run, and he capped off the 9-play drive with a TD. Dolphins trail now by 4.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll start the drive with Drake. And the ball is knocked out, and this is recovered by the Chargers. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. To the football, it's blocked. It's picked up, accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
The first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Throwing, Rivers. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
After review of the play, the wording on the field stands.
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. Tight! Dissect read 80! You got 4. 80 hot!
From the gun, Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Dolphins have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
After review of the play, The ruling on the field is reversed.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an All-Pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie things at 17-all. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He goes underneath to Drake. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here's Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Drake, and some room to roam now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 4-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying for his tight end, the veteran Anthony Fasano. And it's 3rd and 4.
Now we've got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon, responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player who's having that type of a day, because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns. But all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
To throw is Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down following the run. Operating from the gun. Rivers got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 41-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the gun, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now it's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Rivers, and this is complete. It's Allen, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air. Because right now, we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He gets it to Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Drake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for on the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
On first and 10, Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's not able to get away he's sacked back at the 22. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. So on comes the kicker, Cody Parkey, in a big spot. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First down, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Now Rivers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So now here come the Dolphins. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. Tannehill now to throw. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Running, it's Drake. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again. Rivers right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, fourth quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On first down, Tannehill able to push his way through. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Right back to Drake. And he is knocked down from the side. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And here we go, partner. My palms are sweaty. These are the moments we wait for in the booth.
Oh, come on. I know when you were a kid you went through this, right? You know, there was always that one guy in the neighborhood who had the yard that was conducive to playing like this. I know I won many a drive at Billy Mosslander's house. So that's what he's got to draw on now. Go back to those good old days. Remember how it was and have some fun doing it.
A little more pressure packed here in this drive, in this moment of the National Football League. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and that'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. He's back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And out come the Dolphins now. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, it's Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. On third down, here's Williams. And he's got room. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Here's Rivers. And this is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Second down now after the incompletion. Rivers to throw. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A very solid gain of 27. And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. Rivers. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it third down. Now Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Desperation time. Rivers on fourth down. They find some open field here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they will line up now for the two-point try.
89, 89. Watch 89.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. First down throw here for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And now it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A second down throw for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. One last shot now for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.